Well, hey there, everyone, and welcome to the VIP Trade Room with Roger Scott and Matt Horton. Today is Wednesday, December 10th, and my name is Raleigh White, and I'm coming to you live from a really, really beautiful day here in Austin, Texas. It's kind of cool, sunny, and just beautiful, and I'm going to be your moderator today. Now, in today's session, Roger is going to be covering a range of important topics with a continuing focus on how he trades the markets in the trading pit. And today, he's going to share with us how he selects options for trading pit trades. He's going to talk about how he turns a trading pit trade into a debit spread. Something else he wants to focus on is using the ProTrader dashboard scanner, why that's important and how he uses it. Also, key focus point will be understanding volume and the role it plays in making sure that you're in alignment with the opportunities in the market as justified by volume. He's also going to share the top stocks in the trading pit right now. And as a special bonus, time permitting, folks, he's going to be looking for live trading opportunities that he'll share with all of us. Now, if you've got any questions during Roger's presentation, please type them in the chat window and we'll address them periodically throughout his presentation. Now, the chat is open to everyone. And remember, folks, we do have some ground rules. Always be kind and supportive in your posts. Please keep to the topic. Also, no political discussions allowed whatsoever, and also keep your side conversations to a bare minimum so that the rest of us can focus on the education and the information that Roger's going to be sharing, because after all, he's here to give us an edge in the markets and to help us all become much more confident and consistent in our trading activities. Now, for those of you that were with us today at 8 o'clock Eastern Time for Roger's pre-market briefing, we noted that there were several key catalysts that we needed to be aware of. In the industrial sector, we noted that GE was up 8% coming into the open. On the consumer front, Pepsi-Cola was up 1%. In crude oil, we know that there's an oil inventory report that's coming out that could have an impact on crude oil prices and the collateral effect of that. And also, folks, on the Fed, this is probably the big deal today. There is going to be the rate cut announcement at 2 o'clock. There's going to be a statement at 2 o'clock, and then there's going to be Jerome Powell's press release at 2:30, and this is the major catalyst for today. Now, for those of you that are wondering why do we report catalysts and why are they important to us? Well, from Roger's perspective, if there is information that is not known or will be known, okay, during today's trading session, but it's not yet fully priced into the markets, then we need to be aware of those because those are volatility flashpoints. And if we're taking a look at making any investments around those catalysts, just to be careful about what we're doing. Now, on the small cap watch list, Roger gave us 6 tickers to look at today. ESHA above $19, ASPC above $44.60, ENVB above $16.15, MNTS above $1.25, NXDR above $2.80, and APVP above $1.65. Now, let me switch my screens here and let's take a look at the charts and see how these small caps have been performing today. Now, up here in the upper left-hand corner, we have ESHA, and we note that our entry point is right here, right at $19. And the market opened here at about $14.30 and has just basically been moving slightly down and sideways, no move whatsoever towards giving us a fill here. Then we have ASPC, and ASPC is our star today. And we note that on the third bar here, by the way, these are 15-minute bars. So, 45 minutes into the trading session, we blasted through the entry point, which was $44.60 right here, came right up to our profit target, which is 15%, which is what I track here. And we moved higher all the way to 63.98, which is about a 43% gain in this stock over the entry point. So a clear-cut winner here. And then as we can see, things have fallen off and moved below that entry point. But this was our profit-taking opportunity. And I know that there were several people that took advantage of that today and actually even sent Roger some emails about that, thanking us for ASPC. Next to it, we had ENVB. The entry point there is $16.50. We opened up here at 11 and a half, and we've just been drifting lower on declining volume. I don't see any real potential here. Lower left-hand corner, we have MNTS. The entry point was at $1.25. Once again, opening up here at about 91 cents, staying here, not making any move towards that area. We then had NXDR, and it actually gave us our first hit today. Right here at the open in the first 15 minutes, it basically moved, gave us a fill, and it moved up about 7%. About halfway to our profit target before falling off and knocking us out for a 15% loss. So this was a hit that was a loser. Above it, ASPC was a hit that was a winning trade. And lastly, folks, we had APVO, and we note that the entry was $1.65, opened right here about $1.25, has moved lower on no volume. I don't expect anything to happen here whatsoever. So once again, like to remind everybody that when it comes to these small cap stocks, Roger's selection process is not only based on price action, but primarily he's looking at extreme volume and overnight trading. And what I mean by extreme, a lot of people were wondering, what is that? What is that level? Well, Roger wants to see volume that's about 100 times normal, over what its normal volume is. He wants to see the highest volume in the year, and he wants it to be extreme, basically saying that there's a lot of pre-market activity that he's hoping is going to carry forward. Also, folks, you need to know that small caps are their own animal. I mean, that volume and that interest level is only driven by retail traders. There is no institutional money at all going into small caps. Also, folks, if you want to consider these trades, only do them during the normal trading session. If you don't have a fill by around 2 p.m. Eastern time, take the trade off. It's not worth the risk. And speaking of risk, if you do get into one of these trades, please do not hold them overnight. You're going to wake up to a nasty surprise in most cases. So once again, this is the wrap up for small caps for today. Now, as far as Roger's large caps are concerned, there were 12 shorts and 10 longs. So 22 tickers that he's looking at. So 12 on the short side and 10 on the long side. And for those of you that are with us in the morning, you know that Roger brings up the chart for each one of these tickers, and he talks about specifically why it's on his watch list and what he's looking for. What you need to remember is a watch list is just that. It's a watch list. These trades are not ready yet, but they're setting up for potential trades. And if any of those beats Roger's criteria at any point in time, more than likely he'll post that as a trade in the trading pit or in another of his premium services. As far as his closing comments concerned, we noted when we came into the room this morning at 8 o'clock that the futures markets were flat to slightly lower going into the open. Roger pointed out that the VIX was inching a little higher, but just below 18, and bonds were still down considerably below major support and the VWAP. He did note that the QQQ and the MAGs and the SPY continue to be resting right below resistance on very, very low volume. He did, however, point out that the RSP and the QQE are falling off. And once again, these are the indexes that basically level out the impact of the large stocks. And he claims, and I agree with him, that the RSP and the QQE is probably a better picture of the market, and it is falling off below that area of resistance. And he also pointed and talked with us about the fact that utilities are at 10-year lows. And he said the reason why it's important to look at those is typically they will bounce back, but it's usually an investor reaction to a slide in the market as they start to put more money into utilities because they're looking for the dividends that come associated with that. He also pointed out, folks, he says, look, over the past several weeks, the markets have been trying to rally. They're at almost all-time highs, and they've just been staying there below resistance. But there hasn't been any volume or any real momentum to push things higher. So as far as today is concerned, folks, caution. Caution, caution, caution. Expect low volume. Don't do anything until after the FOMC. And I'm not talking about the rate cut coming out at 2. We all know that's going to happen. The real thing is what happens during the press conference. And if you do decide to take a trade, just trade with a very small size. It's not risking, if you will, a normal trade amount. So once again, I think his comments were right on. Finally, folks, once again, for those of you that are here, we have a tremendous agenda lined up. Roger's going to be continuing to talk about the trading pit and how he selects options. For the trading pit trades that he sees. He's also going to be talking about how to turn a trading pit trade into a debit spread. He's going to share with us how he uses the ProTrader dashboard scanner and the importance to him in doing that. He's also going to be talking specifically about how important it is to understand the role that volume plays and to make sure that it aligns, if you will, with our trading strategy. And in his opinion, it's something that many traders overlook is the importance of volume. He's then going to share the top stocks in the trading pit right now. And as a bonus, he's going to look for live trading opportunities together with us. Now, if you've got any questions during Roger's presentation, please type them in the chat window and we'll address them periodically throughout the session so as to not interfere with Roger's presentation. And remember, folks, that the chat is open to everyone and we do have some ground rules. Always be kind and supportive in your postings. Number 2, please keep to the topic. Number 3, no political discussions allowed whatsoever. Also, keep your side conversations to a minimum so that the rest of us can focus on the information and the education that Roger's going to be sharing because, folks, he's here to give us an edge in the market and to help us all become much more confident and consistent in our trading activities. And with that, folks, let's say hi to Matt. Let's say hi to Roger. Happy hump day, guys. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing just super. Roger, I tell you, it is just an absolutely gorgeous day here in Austin. I mean, we get these days where it's a beautiful fall day. It's crisp and it's clear, but it's not too cold. And it's just energizing. It reminds me of what it's like sometimes at the beach when you get that energized air, that's what it feels like today.
Love it.
And I'm
Love it.
excited like most people are. I guess I don't know if excited is the right word, but we've all been sitting here in anticipation of what the market response is going to be to this presser this afternoon. And as you pointed out this morning, there could be as much as a 1% move either way based on what's being said. And so, Roger, I think you're right on that this is not a time to gamble. I mean, this is
No,
a
no.
time just to basically sit on your hands, keep your powder dry, and see what happens. And I think you also were very smart to tell people that if you do decide to take a trade, just make sure it's a small stake. It's just not worth risking much more than that.
Right. Exactly. It really is not. This is not a time, as I keep telling folks, this is not a time to be a hero. This is not a time to be a hero. You don't
No,
want to be a hero right now, folks.
no,
This is not the time. It'll bite you in the butt, and it'll bite you pretty hard.
pretty
You
hard.
wanna, yeah, you don't want to you don't want to think you could outdo the mark. You know when the problem begins? People get a couple of winners under their belt and they get this unshakable confidence and then and I call it tempting faith.
Yes,
But that's what happens. That's what happens.
that's
And
what happens.
it can be a big problem. People they learn the hard way instead of just, hey, take it easy. Wait for the storm to clear. Don't be those people that go and watch
Hurricane
hurricanes.
watchers, yeah,
Yeah,
or
yeah. Like
surfers. Yeah,
or yeah, don't go surfing when the waves are 50 feet. Like, don't, just don't. I always tell my wife, a basic human law that they should teach you in first grade is don't take unnecessary risks. Just don't do it.
yeah.
I know you want to, but don't do it. Just don't.
Well, I'm the oldest of 4 boys, and my father used to, one bit of sage wisdom he would always tell us is a moment a moment of insanity, a lifetime of misery. He just said, well,
Exactly.
it's just. But anyway, hey, Roger, one thing I did want to mention on the small cap front, we did have 2 hits today.
Yes.
And we had a big winner at ASPC, Roger. The entry was $44.60, and it basically blasted and it went up off 43%. So
Ooh,
that's a strong winning trade. And I know some people wrote into you already thanking you for that. On the flip side, we also had a hit with NXDR. Roger, it went up about 7% and did an about face and just fell off the cliff. So that was not a winning trade for us, but nice action in the small caps this morning.
nice. Very, very nice. That's what I want to, that's actually what I want to, it's exactly what I want to see. And that's what I'm hoping to see. But that's fantastic. So far which is perfect. I can't wait. When we launch the service, I'm going to be doing just to kind of give people an understanding, a little context. Again, context is great. So as right now, I'm giving you the stocks for free in the morning show. After the program starts, I'm not going to be giving you the stocks for free in the morning show, and I'm not going to be giving you those. I'll still be giving you the index levels, but I'm not going to be giving you the small caps. I'm talking about just the small caps. What I'll be doing is I'll be doing that strategy, which, as you could see, works really well. And I'll be adding two or three other ones. One of the strategies I'll be adding is very interesting, Raleigh. I'm going to be setting alerts. It's gonna stop right before New Year's when I do my turning point. I don't know when my date is, but I know it's gonna be right before New Year's. That's when we're gonna be introducing it. And I don't want to hear I didn't know about it. You didn't talk about it. You didn't say anything about it. I never got on the free trades. How long have I been giving these free trades for, Raleigh?
Since basically since the 1st of August.
Okay, all
So
right.
we got
So
August, September, October, November, December. It's going to be 5 months worth of
right.
trades, and we have all the stats and things, and maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later. But, and you know what, Roger? And this is something that you do with regularity. I mean, anytime that you're considering something new, once you are happy with it and see some consistency, you begin by beta testing. And the way you like to
Yes.
beta test is you put these trades out for free. We track them and give people a taste, if you will.
Exactly. And then nobody can say, well, I don't know, I don't understand. No, 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 no. You can't play that game unless you've been living under a rock. Then you know about. And I've been giving you a lot of goodies every day. I'm giving you some, and they hit two, three times a week sometimes. So my point is, but here's what I wanted to say. Another cool, and I haven't done this because I'm not with you guys during market hours, and I can't do the strategy at the open. It doesn't work that way. But one of the strategies that I'm going to be applying, and I think you guys will love this, is I'm setting alerts for stocks that are up, small caps that are up, that have a certain amount of market float and a certain amount of daily volume. And I'm actually looking for some fundamentals here, like why the stock is up 40%. And I don't want to get into all of this right now, but I just want to give you a little taster. So basically, the stock is up 40% or more in the middle of the day for the wrong reasons. I evaluate the stock to see how much cap it has, the volume and all that stuff, why it's up, and then under a certain signal, we short those stocks. So we're gonna have a methodology to make money on the upside of the small caps and to the downside
To
on
the
these small
downside.
caps.
Well, a good example
Yes,
would be
yes.
ASPC today. It went up 43% and then paused and turned right around.
What's the
So
ticker again?
the ticker was ASPC.
Yep, exactly.
ASPC.
Oh, ASPC,
Yep.
PPC, PC. Got it. Oh boy. Yes, yes, yes. That's a perfect example.
Yep.
That's actually a perfect example. You couldn't have found a better one. So anyway, there's going to be a lot of stuff like that. Now, the only thing about this stock, and I did mention it in the morning show, I usually the stocks will be anywhere from say $1 to $20. I won't go above $20, but sometimes, like this just is an exception. But I could tell you this is a small cap. This is a small cap. Anything that's ASPC Acquisition Corp. What they do is this company comes up with ideas for small caps, and when they launch them under this brand, this ASPC Acquisition Corporation brand, and it's like a tester to launch the stocks into the real world. So I know it's a small cap, but again, I had no idea how small it was. So sometimes we'll do these, but once every 6 months or 5 months. Usually, as you know, they'll be between $1 and $10, $20, usually $2 to $4 range.
Sure.
Anyways, let's begin. Let's talk a little bit about the market, and then let's talk about what we can expect. Why should we expect it? And then let's talk about the pit. I got a lot of really nice emails. I've been giving folks a lot of red meat in the pit. We took a profit on PDD today. I gave people a couple of quick heads up of stocks that I've been looking at. They've been genuinely doing well. And that's not including, that's just the bonus trades. I'm not even talking about the actual trade. So here's the SPY, okay? The SPY's at the 8-day EMA. I'm okay with that. I'm very comfortable with it being at the 8-day EMA. I'll be very uncomfortable if the SPY breaks down to the 15 and goes below here. I don't want to see that, okay? Here. What was that? CNQ. I don't want to see this on the SPY. Don't want to see this on the SPY, okay? I don't. Do not want to see this on the SPY. Okay, so far we're looking okay. If you look at RSP, we're choppy. We're not going down. We're defending that flag. You can see it right here. Here's your flag. See the flag? We're defending the flag pretty well. The flag is not coming off. This is still okay. So I'm not disappointed. I'm not unhappy. I'm not too nervous. I like what I'm seeing on the SPY. I do. I like what I'm seeing on the SPY. What I really want to see today is after the report comes out, I want to see us take out and possibly clear this area right here. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see us coming down, and I don't think we will. I think we'll come up. My buy level would be the 680, 685.48 level. This is 8-day. This is 15-day EMA. Now, Matt, look at my levels on the SPY.
Yeah.
Good, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yes, from last night to this morning, we barely had to change any of them.
I've had the same 3 levels on my chart for like almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
We've just been
Well, we've been kind of choppy. So
yeah,
we haven't gone anywhere. I think on the NASDAQ or one of them, I didn't even change anything. I don't remember which one it was. Vivek made money on Uber. Good. Yeah, I gave folks a little red meat. Like I said, I've been giving people a little red meat today. So, again, so far we're okay. We want to keep an eye, folks. Please keep an eye on write this down. You want to keep an eye today on the 683.87 level. You want to keep your eye on the 684.32 level, and you really want to keep your eye on this level, which we already came a few times and bounced off very well with volume, and volume is actually pretty good today. So, so glad to hear that, Adam. So glad to hear that. So, so far we're doing okay. We're staying in this range. We're keying off the 8-day EMA. We're above the 8-day EMA. Right here, we're above the 8-day EMA. So I don't have any problem with this. As far as the bond market's concerned, this is what I was hoping to see. And I'm using the word hoping because we're still below the 200-day moving average. But you could see right here, we don't want, the last thing we want is this news to cause the bond market to go down and break and pull one of these. It's not looking like it wants to, as you could see right now. It's going straight up, which is what I want to see. And ideally, we'd want to see this go higher and break back and start filling in this gap, which would be right around the 89.18 area. Anything to get us away from this would be really appreciative. Dana hit Uber twice. Very good, very good. And Snow, good. People are making money. I like it. All right, good. It makes me very happy to hear people are making money. So let's be mindful of those two things, the bond market and what I'm telling you about the SPY right now. Let's be very, very mindful of that. Okay. Yeah, DPE, John Mack says on YouTube, says ASBC is a SPAC. Par is normally $10. Yeah, yeah. But once in a while, John, what are you going to do? I saw an opportunity, and I said this morning, I don't do this often, but we were all there together, and it was a good moneymaker. Okay, all right. So, um, let me now get back to where we left off. Now, where we left off yesterday is I was showing you how to pick options for the pit trades, and I'm going to show you right now. Okay, I'm going to continue. I have my watch list ready to go here. This is my watch list of stocks. So we're going to kill a couple of birds here. I'm going to go through the watch list, explain how I got there on each stock, explain to you which option I would pick, and explain to you why I would take the option or not. Does that sound fair?
That
Does
sounds
that sound?
fantastic.
I mean, that way you can really get inside my head. Okay. All right. Pete likes the idea. Uh, so far, the only person who likes the idea is Pete. Bob likes the idea. Don't all speak at once. Walt likes the idea. All right.
They're scrambling for their notepads, Roger. That's what they're doing. They're scrambling for
and
their
by the way,
notepads.
Raleigh, I mentioned this to everybody in the morning, but I'm also going to mention it to you as well. Friday, I am taking an official day off. I don't
Yeah.
take days. I don't do it very often. As a matter of fact, I don't remember the last time I took a day off. You have to force me out of here. Even when I take a day off, I'm still working and doing the morning show in VIP room. So to me, that's not work. It really isn't. It should be legal for that to be work. All right, but my daughter's graduating, so I'm going to Tampa.
I know. That's great, Roger.
Yes. So maybe somebody else will. I don't know what you guys have planned. I don't know if they have anything planned. I don't know if Kane is stepping in. They keep these things away from me. But if
We're
I
going to
hear
do a hand puppet show with the market as the background. I think that would be fun.
maybe a little underwater basket weaving with Clyde.
Yes.
Thank you, Eduardo. I appreciate it. So,
no, we're excited for you, Roger. We really are. That's a big moment, and I know that she's graduating. She's looked to go on to law school. She looks to follow in her father's footsteps. So it's exciting for you.
Yeah, Sandra, there will be no Ferragamos and there will be no suit. No. No Ferragamos and there will be no Ferragamos and there'll be no suit. I'm not doing any of that. Nope. That was like I'm not even close. Don't give my wife any ideas about that either. Oh God. Oh. I hope I don't have to wear those shoes for the next 10 years. All right. And if you think I'm kidding, I'm not. All right. So, Ferragamos. Yeah, law school then trading, right? Wouldn't it be funny if my daughter like went to the best law school, graduated with honors, and then said, Dad, I think I'm going to start trading.
I think I'm just going to trade.
Like, hey, where did I see that before? That sounds familiar.
Yes.
My daughter is my older daughter, and I don't get into this very often, but she's so much like me that it's scary. Okay, we look alike. We're really cut from the same cloth. My youngest daughter is probably 60-40, 60% my wife, 40% me. So she's a lot more, she's just a sweetheart. Rachel, she's 12 years old. She's a sweetheart. And then my boy is like all my wife's side of the family. So I have a little bit of everybody, but my oldest daughter, she's like me. She looks like me. She acts like me. She behaves like me. She has my propensities. She is from my neck of the woods. So I gotta watch her like a hawk. I gotta watch her like I'll take some pictures and I'll send them. Thank you so much, Shemens. I'll take some pictures and I'll post them for you guys. And I'm looking forward to doing that. Another reason why I like to go to Tampa, they have some good Mexican food there. I don't have good Mexican food at all. I love Mexican food.
As an aside,
I'd love to go to your neck of the woods, Raleigh. I know they have some.
Oh my gosh, and barbecue. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, and barbecue. All right, so let's start. So, folks, on the left is the daily chart. On the right is the intraday chart. All of these stocks were procured, but using this tool, the Pro Trader Dashboard, which is this is the short side. Matt, any updates on the 5-minute relative volume?
I think it's working, but it's really slow. So I'm trying to fix that.
Okay, okay. Okay, I got you. Where's my other sheet? This is oh, this is greater, so it is greater. Okay, let me get the other one here. And here's this one. Okay, so Matt, what Matt is doing right now is this is not because of us. This is because of Thinkorswim. I'm trying to add this right here. Trying to add this right here. Or you see Rocket Lab? See the kind of move it made? Look at volume. Look at volume. It's already at 103%. So what I want to do is I want to get the 5-minute volume, the relative volume, and I want to put it right.
Oh, on the scanner? Okay.
Yes, I want to put it right. Where's that damn scanner? I just had. I want to put it right here. I want to put it right here so that right away, instead of just going through the list, if I have 10 stocks here, and if I have a green light here or a red light over here that's telling me the 5-minute volume is buzzing, I'll start at that stock instead of going through the entire list. I'll still go through the entire list, but that would be I would start there because those would be the highest probability trades. So I mean, people are like, how come you didn't do it earlier? I don't know. I'm stupid. I don't know why I haven't done it. Remember, I do these things as I need to for myself. And then if it's a good idea, I publish it. You should see some of the crap I've come up with. You don't want to hear half of it, you know? It's like a musician for every good song they have 30 or 50 that, you know, nobody's ever going to hear. It's the same thing with me, you know? Yeah, exactly. B, C, D sides. But in this case, this is something that can really help us. The problem is Thinkorswim runs really slow when we're adding it, so Matt's trying to figure out a way to make it run faster. And that's not because of us. That's the Thinkorswim is a really poorly coded platform. It's a very inefficiently old it works very well and we gain a great benefit from it, but it's not made very well. It uses old JavaScript, and Java is not even multi-thread. So a lot of people believe they could put a faster computer on it and it'll be faster, but it's not that easy. You're dealing with a software that's not running on all fours. So some people think, well, I'll just get a really, really fast computer. It's not that simple. You're dealing with a very poorly made program. So we have to be very delicate with it. One of the reasons why I like TC2000 and one of the reasons why I like TradingView so much is they don't have those problems. They are actually really well made programs. They're coded really well. And as a result, they need very little movement. So I'm going to just move this up here and here because I've already procured my watch list. So I'd rather just spend the time talking about my watch list. And again, if I'm day trading, the watch list gets updated like every half an hour, 45 minutes. If I'm swing trading, the watch list really doesn't get updated till the end of the day, and I don't really focus on it till about 3 o'clock. So let's start. We'll start with the short side first, okay? All right. HIMS. Now, this morning, HIMS was a nice looking short. It was coming down here. No longer is the case. And quite frankly, it's not extended far enough. It's still at the 8-day EMA. I'd like to see it below the 8-day EMA. It's also not reacting well here. The only saving grace is we got good volume. We got pretty good volume here, which is still holding on fairly well. But overall, we're above the VWAP. This went back into its range. I would take this off my list. No soup for us there. Okay. Bodine says,
yeah, don't get caught up in the chatter here,
no,
Roger.
no,
A lot
no,
of people
no,
talking
no,
about,
no, no,
you know,
no.
platforms and-
I'm actually interested for my own edification what he has to say. This is important. He says it's really so they can be cross-platform thinkers. AC work, manic suit, but trade-off is its heavy program load. Yeah, got it, Bodine. No. I was curious to see. I just wanted to read what he had to say for my own education. Okay. Microsoft. Another short. Now, this one looks better. We're below the VWAP. The problem is See how we're curling down? We could stop here. I'd prefer short below this level right here. There's a high volume bar right there. So I would rather wait. Now, if you're day trading, you got to wait for it to go below the VWAP. Volume on Microsoft is looking pretty good though. Look at price action right now, guys and gals. Look at this. This is just, we're not going anywhere. We're going to, waiting. All right. My daughter was born in July, end of July 21st. Okay. Snow. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Now, would I swing trade this? Not with your money. Would I day trade this? Absolutely. Look at the volume as the day is continuing. Volume is picking up as the days continue. That's very, on a Fed day. Stock, every time it pops up, look how far it pops up and it just, to the VWAP, by the way, mind you, and then comes right back down. Almost the entire day since 10 o'clock, it's been below the VWAP. Volume is still moving up and the price is still near the lows. That's a very high probability short that Matt nailed twice. Twice. Nice volume here too on a daily. There's nothing wrong with this day trade. It's a nice high probability day trade right there. Okay. Straight down, no pullback, no pullback, volume picking up, volume good here. Today's range has only been $5.60. The average range is $10.30. Just saying. Now, how would I pick an option for this trade? Let me grab my jacket real quick. How would I pick an option for this trade? Well, obviously we would be looking at puts, right? And as I mentioned already, I wouldn't be day trading this. I would be swing trading this, right? Okay. So, excuse me, I wouldn't be swing trading this. I would be day trading this. So obviously that tells you right away before I even look at the options that I'm looking for something that's 4 to 8 days out. All right, 4 to 8 days out. Here's 9 days out. Look at that. Like it was made for us, right? Okay, so we would look at 0.70. The market maker's reasonable here. He's reasonable here. Look at these spreads. He's reasonable. He'll work with you. He's not an ass. He'll work with you. Forget the volume. Look at the spreads. Are they $3 apart? No. So right here, you got 0.70 delta, 1170. But Roger, I have a small account. Okay, I heard you. I heard you. Then we move to the 0.50 delta, or the closest one to it, which is 0.49 last time I checked. And then we offset it with one that's cheaper by one strike price. What's our risk here? Well, our spread here is $2.50. That's our max risk, right? Okay. That's our profit potential. $2.50. How much can we pay for this? 50%, no more. $1.25. How much is this? About $1.10. Mazel tov, lift off. If not, then you start here, and then you go to the next one. And eventually, meaning first or second try, you'll find one that's under 50%. If it's over 50%, it makes a good credit spread. Okay? So just right away. So if you see above 50%, you're like, "Oh, maybe there's a credit spread there." So why should you not be doing a credit spread? Well, it's a day trade, but we talked about that too. Now, everything I'm teaching you right now or showing you right now, I put in that document for you of how we look for options. It's in there. Same thing. Nothing changed. Remember, Raleigh, we did it like last week?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Maybe I should give it.
You want me to repost it?
Do you have it? Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I didn't know if you had it or not. So thank you for doing that. Yeah. So folks, you can top of my desk. Thank you. You're welcome, Rock. So keep an eye on it and you'll see everything I'm telling you is in that document. I'm not like making stuff out of my, you know what. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. All right. Let's continue. CNQ. This was a trade that I liked earlier today. I'm no longer in this trade. I took a 30-cent loss. This is no longer good. It's no longer good. So we're going to forget about it. That's off my list. And I took a loss on it. MDLZ. Yes, I do take losers, folks, all the time. It happens all the time. 5-10% of the time, which is all the time. Don't think I'm immune. Okay. Mandela's. Ooh, look at volume. Volume is 98. Volume buzz is 98%. Do we really need to see this, or we can just look at this? Of course, we could just look at this. We're not blind. You could see volume increasing throughout as the day continues, means it's got really good volume, but it also has 98%. If you need that visual stimulation, and it's going right up to the VWAP. The stock has not gone above the VWAP, and it's still not above the VWAP the entire day. It's got good volume. As the market been low volume, it's been above average volume, and it's been going straight down. That's a high probability short. Would you take it right now? No, I would wait for it to trade below this bar right here. See how it's above the VWAP? I needed to confirm, meaning closed candle below the VWAP. One of the biggest things that you guys do, one of the biggest problems you guys, yeah, Rob, Bob, I take losers too, all the time. Raleigh, did you repost that document?
Yes, I did. I'll do it
Oh,
again.
yeah, he already reposted it, guys. I just saw somebody asking for it, but he already reposted it. He's fast. Raleigh's fast. So you see how it's going above the VWAP? You want it to wait to confirm below the VWAP, which means it has to have a closing bar below the VWAP, or you could just use the HAs if you want. But volume is very nice, and the daily chart is very nice. This is getting to a threshold of I may want to take it for a swing or day trade, but right now I wouldn't do anything. But let's just look for options, assuming that we want to take it. Okay. Oh, my neck. So we would go right here. We would go if we were day trading this, we would go to the market makers are a little. They're a little. I don't like this market maker. Let's see if we could find something for a swing. Yeah, these market makers are not nice. They're not nice at all, actually. See, I'm not looking at volume. I'm looking at the spreads. So probably go somewhere right here where there's volume, or like right here, somewhere right here, 54, 55, 9 days out, and just work this order right here, somewhere in this ballpark right here. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. T-Mobile. Another stock that I really like. Look at volume as the day continues. Let's see if it's anywhere on my list. Wonder why it's not on my list.
I know it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was. It was. And I mean, it's somewhere there. And again, this is only 50-day lows. It could be on the 90-day low list that I have right here. Oh, I have other. Hold on a second. This is I have two scanners here actually. I have a 50-day and a 90-day. And anyway, it's all good. It's all good. I'll come up with it later, but I do have two scanners here. I don't need them right now. Intraday, I used this scanner mostly right here. T-Mobile, this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is beautiful right here, and this is beautiful right here. There's nothing I don't like about this stock. Nothing I don't like about this stock. So if we're day trading this stock, right here, there's your sweet spot right now. There it is right now. Put 200. Now, keep in mind, the average range on a regular day is about $4.53. We're only down $4.10, and it looks like a run day. So, high volume run day. So, it looks like it may have some more to go, possibly. This is very nice. This is very, very, very nice. Very nice. Okay? Very, very nice. All right, let me lean back. My neck is hurting me. Okay. All right. LNG. LNG. Very nice looking short. Very nice looking short. Volume picking up, intraday volume picking up. Very, very nice. If you want to swing trade T-Mobile, you could do it. You could still get it done. I mean, still bearish. I'd probably go somewhere 30. I'd probably go 23 days out and get one right here, 205, or maybe get this one right here, 200. Honestly, I think the best bet here is to take here's what I would do if I was trading this stock. I would do a debit spread 9 days out, and I would just do it for about $1.25, and I would just keep rolling it out every Monday. I would just do another one every Friday or Monday. That's what I would do. Just cheaper, and you have something to work with here, and you have a good profit to risk ratio because this is like $1.10. This is a dollar. You have up to $1.25. You got plenty of room. So you spend $1.10, $1.20 instead of spending $8, $9, and you do it a couple of weeks. I think that's a better way to do it. In case you don't want to day trade, Dana. So I would do a debit spread rolling over. Look at this volume. This is very nice. Very, very nice. Everything about this is nice. Okay. Are you guys getting value out of this? That's what I want to know. Are you guys getting some value out of this? Because I'm not giving you hypotheticals. I'm actually giving you trades that are on my watch list, and I'm actually telling you how I would tackle each one. YouTube, let me know. Bill, DX Mobile, Deanna, Harley, Naples fan, Ron, Jim, Jeff, Bill, Shamens, Rod, Diamond, Jen. Good morning, everybody on YouTube. Good morning. And everybody on Zoom. Good morning, good afternoon. Okay, cool. All right, let's continue. This way, you get some good-looking stocks if you want to take them. You get some options. You see why I like them, how I came up with them, and you see what I do in the pit all at the same time. And then we already covered, I think, this stock, LNG. I talked about it already. Very nice looking stock. This is not a day trading stock. This is not a day trading stock. So for this stock, I would probably go. It's just not that volatile. It's a $200 stock. It only moves $4 a day, but it's got a great look to it. It's a little deviated from the 8-day, but probably right about 1 ATR. Thank you, Cyrus. Okay. So I probably go 23 or 30 days out. Right here, 23 days out, 68 delta. It's not that expensive. I wouldn't do a debit spread. I wouldn't mess with it. I would just do this right here. 200 put, 23 days out. If nothing happens within a week or two, just get out of the trade. Okay, one more to the short side, and then we move to the long side. Yes. All right. All right. We're doing pretty good on time. Now, this stock here, this is a day trading stock. This is not a swing trading stock. Look how it's already leading. When you see it leaning like this to the oversold area, that's a day trading stock. With that said, volume's been good. It's adequate, but this is only for a day trade. It doesn't have enough volume for a day trade, though. That's the problem. You see how volume's coming down, not up? So I would probably skip it, but let's just hypothetically say I was going to take it. Volume is crap. Spreads are crap. Yeah, you can go right here, maybe. I don't know. Forget about it. Let's look at the long side now. Rocket Lab. Now, this stock is actually moving up on volume really well. Rocket. Okay, just Rocket, not Rocket Lab, just Rocket. I would want the stock today to first of all, I would want it to trade above the VWAP. I like the volume, but I would want it to trade above the VWAP, and I think it will towards the end of the day. I think it's going to do one of these. And I'd want to see it close somewhere on top. Hence, I don't look at stocks, swing trades during the day. I look at them at the end of the day. There's absolutely if you swing trade, there's absolutely no reason for you to be watching stocks, swing trades in the day unless you're looking to liquidate. Okay, Rocket right here. Nice volume, real nice volume, and nice. Now, what kind of pattern will this be, folks, if this comes up here? What kind of a pattern will it be? That's right. You better believe it. You guys, see, Raleigh, we got them trained.
They know an A-line when they see it.
Exactly. No monkey business. All right, let's continue. Yeah, exactly. I want to see where it's. Well, if you're looking at daily bars, how are you going to get a daily bar until the market? How are you going to get an accurate look at a daily bar till the market closes? Actually, that's something I want to bring up to you guys. A lot of you are making this mistake. You're not waiting for the bar to close. You take action before the bar closes. Don't do that. 5 minute bar, daily bar, you got to know where the bar is going to close. Okay. People don't think about it, but I see it happening all the time. Amazon's coming back nicely. It's got good volume. I like what I'm seeing, but I need Amazon to come back here. The reason I put it on my list is I'm thinking of doing an Amazon diagonal. We did a diagonal on KSS yesterday. I got a couple of really nice emails this morning. The trade was up. Raleigh, that's the new trade in the weekly cash flow.
Oh, okay.
The diagonal. We did a diagonal on KSS yesterday. I found the trade while we were doing the class. So, so I like this for a credit spread, or I like this for a diagonal, but we already have a credit spread on it. So I don't think I need to do anything on it right now. Bob says they are awesome. I think so. And again, I'm not charging you. I added it to weekly cash flow. I didn't charge you. I made a big deal out of it. GLW's coming back. I like this stock. I like this stock. I've always liked this stock. This is a stock we trade quite often in the pit, like a reversal to the upside. And if you guys like these stocks, these are the stocks that I give you alerts on in the pit all the time. So I'm just kind of showing you exactly what we do in the pit. By the way, folks, let me ask you guys, for all of you who are in the pit, how are you on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you guys liking the pit? And I'm not talking about if you have don't penalize me because you have a small account. I'm talking about the quality of the trades. How do you like the quality of the trades in the pit? Oh, look at that.
Pretty much nailing it on a 10 scale here.
Yeah.
But mine goes to 11.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Katie says 3. I don't know. What am I doing wrong? I mean, they're all
Hey,
winners. I don't know.
there's always an outlier.
Yeah. I mean, we've just having winners all the time, over and over again. Love them. No such thing. Sure thing. But trades are too expensive. Katie, I asked you about the quality of trades, not about your personal financial situation.
But even
10
at
out of
that, once
10.
again, Roger, you share with people that if it's an expensive option, you have some, you have some spread opportunities
Yeah.
that you can take to get them cheaper.
Every every trade in the pit could be taken for $2.50
Mm-hmm.
if you follow the paper that Raleigh just gave you. Yeah. Yeah, well, most people 10 out of 10. I'll take that.
Yep. Well, why
Need
not,
more.
Roger? I mean, you're going to get into it a little bit later, but spoiler alert, 94% win rate after 430 some odd trades is not a statistical anomaly.
Right. Katie gave me a 3 because she can't take them and they're too fast. And my question was, how do you rate the quality of the trades? I mean,
But like I said, Roger,
oh,
the majority
all
of
right.
people are there.
Yeah, people are, you could see people are like, pretty good. I like that. 9.9. Okay. All right. I'll take it. All right. I'll take it. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So now let's do the long side. So Bill says 15. All right. All right. So nice very nice pit trade here. So Katie asked how she could do it for cheap, and I've been showing you guys already like 6 examples today, but I'll keep doing it. You would go to a delta of 0.50 right here. See, Katie, let me show you how you could take this trade for 50 cents. Do you want me to do it, Katie? Look. You do the delta right here, 0.92. You buy this, you sell this. You do this for 39 cents, Katie. Your profit potential is still 100%, 120 something percent. You buy the 92, you sell the 91, you do it for 39 cents. They're too expensive, guys. They're too expensive. 39 cents. Oy vey. All right. If you want to go a little further out, you go right here. You buy the 92, you sell the 91. You do this for 44 cents. Our trades are too expensive in the pit, folks. 44 cents. All right, let's move on. I think everybody can afford 44 cents. What about you, Raleigh?
I think I could do that all day long.
So let me show you. Since Katie thinks they're too expensive. How about ADI, right? You buy the 280, you sell the 175. You do this for $1.25. Yes, $1.25. Let's say you're swing trading. You go 30 days out. You buy the 830. Excuse me, the 280. And you sell the 275. If they can't make a market for that, you can go 37 days out. Buy the 280, sell the 275 for $2.50. $2.50. Folks, let me ask you a question. 44 cents, $2.50. Does that sound expensive to you? I'm just curious. Okay. Let's continue. Let's see how expensive the trades you could do in the pit. Here's Qualcomm. Here's Qualcomm. Now I see why Sandra gave me a 4. $250 is a budget strain. Okay, now I understand why I got a 4 instead of a 10. Okay.
But I
Let's
think
do
your point
Qualcomm.
was, Roger, you were asking people what's the quality of the trade opportunities that you're giving there.
Exactly.
Account size has an impact. If you can't
Of
buy a call
course.
for $400, there's an option to do a spread. And even if that's a challenge, but that has no impact on the
Yes.
quality of the trade.
Of course not. So here, 49 delta, you start here, 180 call, right? And you go to 182.50 right here. This will cost you 90 cents. And if we go from 180 to 182.50, you only make 100 and something percent profit on your trade. So I'm curious, do you guys think that's too expensive, 90 cents? How about 30 days out if you're swinging it? And I would actually swing this trade. This looks like a lovely swing trade. Right here, you go 30 days out. You go 0.50 delta, and you sell the 185. You could do this right here for $2.50. Does that sound like it's too expensive? Okay.
No, I think you've made your point, Roger, and it's
Yeah.
great. And the second thing that comes up, there was a couple other questions that came up. And I don't know if you addressed them here or not, but what is your profit target? What typically do you think about with a profit target? And then there are those that are concerned about day trading and would be more comfortable swing trading. And can these be swing traded, or is this a day trading
Well,
program?
95%. We've done surveys, you and I think about 90 to 90. You correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like 90 to 95% of our trades in the pit. Folks said they swung them. They
Yeah.
swung them.
Absolutely. I think it was actually like around 80 to 85%, Roger. I'm not splitting hairs with you, but clearly the majority said we're comfortable holding these as swing trades. And there's a reason why, isn't there, Roger? There's a
Yes,
reason
because
why.
there is. And the reason is because every one of my trades, in order for me to take it as a day trade or a swing trade, it has to, and I just posted the doc in YouTube, by the way, for
Good.
all of you.
Thank you, Roger. Yep.
Absolutely. I like how the market's starting to look, by the way, just as an FYI. It's starting to look really good again. Okay. Yeah. And if you guys have a margin problem, if you have a small 25,000, just trade debit spreads like I've been showing you the last 15 examples, and just open up a cash account, just like Culpy does.
Hmm.
Let's continue.
But
Pepsi.
I think your point was, Roger, that everything begins as a high quality swing trade.
Everything is a swing trade. Nothing is a day trade. Everything starts out as a swing trade. So the vast majority of and when we did a survey, people said, yeah, we swing them. Richie, how often do you hold a trade as a swing versus taking them as a day trade? And Richie makes a lot of money. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh, he just
Trading.
posted it. I swing about
Oh, there it is. So in
98%
other
of
words, I
Roger's
swing
pit
about. Oh,
trades.
well, there you
Yep.
go. Thank you. Sorry, I did not see it till now.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
appreciate it.
No,
Thanks,
no, no.
Richie. In other words, I swing about 98% of Roger's pit trades. So the question is, can you trade with a small account? Well, 90 cents, 44 cents, $1.50, $2.50 if you do debit spreads on a cash account. And can you swing them? Well, Richie just says he swing trades 98% of them.
Hmm.
Notice the two people, one person gave me a 3 and the other person gave me a 4. And it was not because of the room, it was because they couldn't afford to take the trades. Because they don't know how to do debit spreads or they just don't want to follow instructions. But the people who are taking the trades, they gave me a 9 to 15 on the trades, which I appreciate. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, let's continue. Micron. Micron. Now, it's expensive stock, $258. You're not going to buy that stock, right? But let's say you're day trading Micron. And Micron does not look like a great day trade. There's better day trades. It doesn't have a lot of volume here. It's running out of volume. I wouldn't be day trading this, but let's say we were. What I would do is, and I'm giving you my watch list, and this is my watch list. So and if anybody, and if you've been watching me in the pit today, you're going, yep, that's his watch list. Those are every one of those stocks is the stocks he's been getting. Take a look at the next 3. You'll be like, yep, that's his watch list from the pit today. So I'm literally giving you the things that I'm watching right now in the pit, looking to take or have already taken or looking to take again for the second time. Yes, Raleigh keeps posting it, Margaret. He keeps posting it, and I keep showing it every single day here. All right, let's do it, and let me do it again right now. So we go 9 days out. We go 0.49 delta. We go to the 260 right here. Call. We buy the 260 call. 0.50 delta. We sell to offset at the 260 250 call. The spread is $2.50, which means we don't spend more than $1.25. This happens to be only $1.05, which gives us an opportunity to make 100% and spend $1.25. Does anybody think $1.25 is too expensive? I don't think so. Let's say we're swinging it, which is what I would do. Well, this is $20. Nobody in their right mind, unless they have a $6 million account or $7 million account or whatever, a big account, is going to spend $20 on the option, but they'll gladly do a spread. So they'll buy the 260 right here and they'll sell the 265. And this will cost you $2.50, and your risk will be, and your profit potential will be $5. Is $2.50 too much? Is that too much for you? Yeah? Okay, let's continue. All right. So every trade I've shown you today, every one of them, the most you'd have to spend if you follow Uncle Roger's rules is $2.50, which I don't think it's too much, $250 a contract. Okay. Right. And Richie started with like $700. So, yeah, works great with a small account if you follow instructions. RKLB, beautiful breakout on a 50-day. Very nice daily, very nice intraday chart. Maybe a nice pullback to the VWAP. Maybe not even there. Maybe just a pullback to the 15. I like this for a swing. I'm looking to take this for a swing long. I'm looking to take this. Yes, Katie, that is correct. Yes. And if a spread is $2.50, that means you pay $1.20. Do you like the pit? Do you like the pit more now that you know that? Now that you know that you could take every trade for $2.50 or $1.25? Let's continue, guys. Genuinely, I'm just trying to help Katie. All right. So, look, so let me show you, Katie. Let me give you a real example. So here's a stock that I really like. I may give this as a trade today at the end of the day. I go to the delta. I go right here. What's the closest delta to 0.50? It's 0.49. I go to my strike price. You know how people, what strike price do you look at? What strike price do you look at? You know what my answer is? I don't. I don't look at strike prices. I look at deltas. Delta tells me what strike price to look at. I go to the delta. I go to the left. It's 57. I know I'm going to buy the 57 at 330, right? Okay. And I'm going to sell the 58. Okay. How much is the 58? 290. What's the spread here, Katie? It's $1. What's the most I could pay? 50 cents. Oh, it happens to only be 40 cents. Oh, Richie has a 48% on the Rocket Lab winner that I already gave today as a bonus. Nice. And look, Katie, 40 cents. Can you afford 40 cents? Not $2.50, 40 cents. Rosalio, the document explains it. The document that we keep referring to for the fifth time here. For the fifth time. So let's continue. We go to the 50. We go across. And by the way, I do this every single day for an hour with you guys. Every single day. And nothing has changed since I started. There's the document again. Thank you, Raleigh. Soon it'll be like Groundhog Day, you know? Yeah. So look. So how much does this trade cost? Well, 40, it's 40. If we do this right now, it would be 45 cents. And you can make 100% return. More than 100 because your profit potential is 55 cents. So who says you can't? Omar says I started with $1,000 in 1 month. I had $30,000, and now Omar has almost $7 million. Yeah. So let's say you're swing trading this. So let's say you're 30 days out. What's the closest delta to 0.50? You can either go here or you can go here. Let's go right here. $6.45, and then you sell this one. Well, this one you would have to pay $2.50, or in this case, $2.15, and your profit is $5. Okay. So, and by the way, where did Omar and Richie learn all this? In the pit. All right. I got 2 more trades to show you, and then I'm gonna give you an opportunity to jump into the pit. 9 days out, 0.5 right here, 0.53. See, I don't go to the strike price. I go to the delta. I just go to the delta, and that tells me what strike prices to go to. And then I sell the one further out, and I could do this for 50 cents. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've shown you a bunch of trades, and a lot of them are 50 cents, $1.20, $2.50. Does that sound like we're buying expensive stuff? Anybody? No. Sounds like people don't want to learn how to do debit spreads. All right. Let me ask Richie and Omar a question. How would you guys rate the pit? So that's what I would do here. Last trade, Sienna. Last trade on my watch list. Beautiful breakout, volume going higher, $217 stock. You don't want to buy that stock. You want to go 9 days out if you're day trading. You want to go 0.53 delta. You want to buy the 217.50 call, and you want to sell the 220 call. You want to do this for less than $2.50. And if you're swing trading, you're going to go 30 days out. Right here, 220 call, you're going to sell the 225 call, and you're going to do this for less than $2.50. All right. Well, you see, Hannah, right now I'm coaching Omar 1-to-1 and helping him go to add another 0 to his account. I think it would be best for you to watch me, not Omar. And let Omar do his thing. Okay. All right. Now, I just showed you, literally gave you a roadmap, to how Richie makes a lot of money, to how Omar makes a lot of money. And if you think that I'm skipping something, that I'm showing you something, that I'm hiding something from you, uh, I'm not. But I want to show you something before we start this. I want to show you something. Here is the pit today. Here's what happened in the pit today. And I want to ask you guys if any of this sounds remotely familiar to you. Oh, take profit on the PDD bonus trade we had for a trade, adding Amazon to the watch list. Didn't we add Amazon to the watch list? Did we add RKT to the watch list? Possible swing trade after 2:30. ADI was our fourth stock today that we talked about, telling you exactly what's happening with the market. Adding Qualcomm. I'm telling you that I am short Uber for a scalp. I'm also short CNQ for a scalp. I took a loss on this one. I'm out of Uber, about 70 cents, just heads up. Got out of Uber too early. Microsoft setting up. Jason being thankful for the Uber short. Somebody being thankful for the PDD short. Somebody thanking me for the Uber again. Remember, the Fed today, adding Snow to the short watch list. Yes, we did. Snow was one of our stocks, third stock. Adding HIMS to the short list. That was our first stock. Nice breakout, giving you a play-by-play. We haven't taken a trade yet. This is just me telling you what's going on with the market. Okay? And if we have a trade, then I will give you a trade. Tim says Roger is absolutely transparent. He's the best financial teacher I've had, and that includes dozens of so-called gurus. Now, with that in mind, Raleigh and I will be presenting this class for you right now. This is a class on the pit. This will be the last time we will be doing it. If you haven't gotten into it yet, if you haven't taken advantage of this yet, please do. This is a great opportunity to do so. Give me about half an hour, and then I'll answer any and all questions you may have. And I'm going to close the chat so that Adam 200. Oh, very nice way to close the chat. Thank you, Adam. Very nice. Very nice. So here's what I ask you to do. If I've been benefiting you in the pit, and last time we did a satisfaction survey, we had what was, Matt, do you remember what it was? 98%.
It was high.
It was like 98%. Something crazy like that. People have been really happy, and they've been making a lot of money, and a lot of them have changed their life.